Today we are out in search of a very beautiful and unique flower. It's one of the orchids. This is the Fairyslippers or Calypso orchid, named Calypso orchid after one of the sea nymphs in Homer's Odyssey, because it's a beautiful, elusive, hidden flower in the forest. They seem rare, but there's actually a fair number of them here. And in the orchid family, there's a lot of unique structures and a lot of unique strategies they're doing. So first of all, what we're seeing here are three purple, pinkish purple sepals sticking up and two narrower twisted petals. And then there's this weird pouch kind of hanging down, which is a very specialized structure. And these flowers are doing something really remarkable. They're actually cheats. They do not provide a useful pollen reward, and they do not provide a nectar reward. They are trying to trick bees into visiting them with these beautiful colors and this interesting display. And their specialty is they tracked the first newly emerged queen bumblebees as they come out, because when the first queen bumblebee comes out, she just visits flowers indiscriminately in the area around her nest and starts checking out all the flowers. And in the course of that, she may visit this flower a couple times before she discovers that this is a cheat and that there's no reward for visiting it, and then they give up and they stop visiting them. So in that very short period of time, this flower is putting all of its eggs in that basket that's going to get visited a couple times before the bumblebees figure out that there's no reward, and they're cheating the system. They're not putting any energy into producing a reward, and they're trying to reap all of the benefits. So the bumblebees will come, they'll check them out, they stick their face in underneath this hood and go up inside where there's kind of like a hidden recess where they think there might be some nectar. They push their face way in there, discover nothing, and as they back out, they arch their back and slide out, and the hood over this lip brushes their back with pollen. First they touch the female part, which is receptive in case they're bringing pollen from another flower, and then as they back out they hit the male part, which has pollen, and they carry that off to another flower. If they are lucky enough to attract a couple of visits from these queen bumblebees, they will actually produce up to 20,000 seeds, which is a lot of seeds, but it makes up for the fact that very few of them actually get visited. Researchers who study these flowers looking specifically for the bumblebees have never seen them themselves. I mean, they don't see them often. So it's quite rare that the bumblebees actually fall for this and visit these flowers. It seems like they disappear for the summer, but what they do is they produce leaves in the fall, and then those leaves are there for the winter underneath the snow, and then in the spring when the snow melts they begin growing again and they produce the flower here in early spring, timed exactly for when the queen bumblebees are going to come out. People are very attracted to these flowers. They often think that they can pick them and put them in their garden or grow them in their garden, but in fact as soon as you try to dig them up, the stem breaks off from the root and they die. And if you do dig it up, they need a specialized fungus that's in the soil to grow with them. And as soon as you dig them up, they just tend to die. So it's a really bad idea to dig them up. And in fact, when they produce the seeds will not germinate until that fungus finds those seeds and grows with them and triggers the germination process. So they really do need a specialized fungus, so you can't just transplant them. So when you do find them, just appreciate them, look closely at this really unique structure and admire them in this home here where they belong, and enjoy this remarkable flower.